Part 2. What World Cup referees teach us about fairness. Chapter 1. Why fairness is difficult. There is an old Turkish proverb that says, the judge's door is difficult to enter. Not because the door is locked, because fairness itself is difficult. Most people love fairness when it benefits them. The real test comes when fairness does not. World Cup referees experience this reality every time they step onto the pitch. Two teams, two sets of supporters, two completely different versions of what is fair. The referee stands in the middle, and almost immediately, someone feels wronged. Perhaps fairness has never been about making everyone happy. Perhaps it has always been about applying the same standard, even when people dislike the outcome. That sounds simple, until the entire stadium disagrees with you. Chapter 2. Making decisions under pressure. There is a saying, often attributed to different traditions, a ship is tested by storms. A referee is tested by decisions, not easy decisions, difficult ones. The kind that must be made in seconds, the kind that millions of people will replay for years. Former World Cup referee Pierluigi Collina once observed that when thousands are shouting and millions are watching, a referee must still be decisive. Hesitation creates uncertainty and invites even more challenges. What makes this interesting is that referees rarely have the luxury of perfect information. Life is often the same. Many of us delay decisions because we want certainty. Yet certainty rarely arrives. The referee teaches a difficult truth. Sometimes the decision must come before complete certainty. Chapter 3. Why nobody agrees with every decision. There is he who stands between two fighters receives blows from both. That's an Arab saying. The proverb could have been written for referees. Consider this, when a penalty is awarded, one side celebrates, the other protests. When a goal is disallowed, one side praises the decision, the other questions it. Even a correct decision can produce two angry groups. This reveals something fascinating about fairness. People often confuse fairness with agreement, but they are not the same thing. A fair decision can still be unpopular. A correct decision can still create critics. The referees remind us that universal approval is not proof of fairness, nor is criticism proof of unfairness. Chapter 4. Integrity versus popularity. An old Chinese proverb says, a straight tree is often cut fast. The proverb points toward an uncomfortable reality. Doing the right thing does not always make a person popular. Sometimes it does the opposite. Referees learn this quickly. Fans rarely remember the hundreds of correct decisions. They remember the controversial ones. As former referee Pierluigi Collina once noted that people often only focus on mistakes while overlooking the many difficult decisions that were made correctly. This creates an interesting question. If popularity and integrity begin moving in opposite directions, which one should guide the decision? Referees answer that question every match. The whistle does not ask what is popular. It asks what is correct. Chapter 5. The courage to be unpopular. In West Africa, they say, truth is not changed because it is not accepted. There is courage in that idea. Most people think courage appears in battle or competition, or great acts of heroism. Yet there is another form of courage, the courage to remain committed to a decision when criticism arrives. The courage to stand alone. The courage to disappoint people. The courage to be misunderstood. Referees know that every important decision risks criticism. Yet the match continues. The whistle blows. The game moves forward. Perhaps courage is not the absence of criticism. Maybe it is acting despite criticism. Chapter 6. Lessons for everyday life. At first glance, referees seem far removed from ordinary life. Most of us will never officiate a World Cup match. Yet fairness is everywhere. Parents face it, teachers face it, managers, friends, anyone trusted to make decisions faces it. The referee's challenge eventually becomes everyone's challenge. Can you be fair when people disagree? Can you make decisions under pressure? Can you choose integrity over popularity? Can you stand by a decision that others dislike? Can you accept criticism without abandoning your principles? Perhaps this is why referees are so often misunderstood. People see the whistle, but we miss the burden. The burden of deciding, the burden of being judged, the burden of knowing that even the right decision may be unpopular. Reflections from referees who have officiated the World Cup before. Webb. It's about doing things the right way. For Webb, fairness was never about popularity. The right decision and the popular decision are not always the same. Character is revealed when we choose the right one. Massimo Busacca. Refereeing is not only about what happens now, but what will happen next. Busacca reminds us that wisdom involves foresight. Fair judgment requires looking beyond the present moment and considering the consequences that follow. Clattenburg. If you are scared of making mistakes, refereeing is not for you. The lesson reaches far beyond football. Fear of mistakes often prevents action. Growth comes not from being perfect, but from having the courage to act despite the possibility of error. Néstor Pitana. A referee must be prepared for every situation. Preparation is an invisible form of confidence. Many of us admire calmness under pressure. What we often miss is the preparation that made that calmness possible. The world's greatest referees come from different countries, different cultures, and different eras. Yet their lessons sound remarkably similar. Be prepared, be decisive, do what is right, accept criticism, and never allow the desire. Closing reflection. There is a reason fairness has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Ancient proverbs speak of it, philosophers debate it, laws were built around it, and every World Cup referee is forced to confront it, not in theory but in real time, with pressure, with consequences, with millions watching. The lesson may be simpler than we think. Fairness is not making everyone happy. Fairness is doing what is right, even when everyone cannot agree that it is.